Hi, I'm Susanne Jones. I'm at the International Quilt Festival in Houston, Texas. Today is November the 4th, and we're at Her Story. It's a celebration of strong women, and this is my piece. It's called She Knows, and it's about Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan. They have been my heroes since I was 9 years old and I saw the Miracle Worker movie, and I was just taken with the ability of Annie Sullivan to reach into Helen's dark and silent world and pull out the knowledge that was hiding there that was so incredible. And I began to want to be a special educator, and I just really wanted to make a piece about Annie. But you can't make a piece about Annie unless you make a piece about Helen, because without Helen, Annie would have never been known. And without Annie, Helen would have still been trapped inside. And so this piece is about both of them. So this water pump, for those of you that know the story, is the place where she stuck her hand one day and while they were pumping the water and realized that it had a name. And that was when everything opened up for Helen. And right here in machine embroidery, it says, everything had a name, and each name gave birth to a new thought. And so I have over here her first word, which was water, and that's in the manual alphabet, and that's how she learned the names of things, was by Annie spelling them not like this, but inside of her hand so that she could feel them. And she always called Annie teacher, so this is teacher in the manual alphabet. Right here in micro buttons is Helen in Braille, and right here in machine embroidery is Helen Keller's signature. And then this pose is probably the most puzzling to most people that'll see this quilt, but that's how they taught the deaf and mute people to speak, by the vibrations on their nose, their lips, and their throat. It's called the Todoma pose. And there's one more thing here, and it's a quote by Helen. It says, everything I touched seemed to quiver with life. And I think that we should be so thankful that Annie was able to find a way to teach Helen, because Helen was a brilliant woman and she did so many things that were firsts. She was the first deaf and blind person to graduate from a major university with a baccalaureate degree, for example, and she wrote books and she did speaking engagements, and she was just amazing. And I'm just so glad to have gotten a chance to make this piece. Thanks.